Hey, what's up YouTube? Welcome to Sixx Daze. I am Bob Sixx, and today we're saying no. I grew up in the 80s, and well, that was my wildest years anyways, and everybody made fun of Nancy Reagan for her just say no thing. I used to just say no right as I did a big old line of cocaine. That was a joke. However, as I've gotten older, I realize that the power of saying no is something that's lost upon us. It's becoming more now people are saying no, but they're saying no to things they should be doing. No, I don't want to go to work. No, I don't want to pay my bills. No, I don't want to pull over. No, I don't want to show you my driver's license. And all of that is bullshit. Those are things you are supposed to do. That's not your prerogative or an option. You know, 90% of the time, if a cop asks you to see your license, if you show it to him without being a douche, that's the end of it, unless he's looking for you. And when you refuse to show it to him, guess what it looks like? That's right, say it. It looks like you're the one he's looking for. I learned that through experience because I was pretty stubborn in my younger days. So, what we need to learn to say no, and like I said, it's changed over the years, but still to this day, a lot of people will not, do not, and are not comfortable saying no. Sometimes the answer is no. Not just when you ask a question or you want to do something, but when someone asks you if you want to do something. Now, coming up in just a minute, because I'm going to let this mellow and you kind of see where I'm at on this whole no thing, I'm going to address something. And it's going to be kind of controversial. And some of you may jump the gun and think you know what I'm saying. But if you just please wait and bear with me, I will explain it all, so that we're crystal clear on what I'm saying. Not saying no puts yourself into a lot of danger. Now, while I did make jokes and think it was funny, Nancy Reagan's whole just say no, because once you're addicted to drugs, saying no is not that simple. In order to try it for the first time, absolutely, no is a viable answer. Do you know how many people start smoking pot because they don't say no and look like the narc or the nerd or the dork or the loser? Which is kind of ironic. You know how many people start drinking because they don't want to say no? How many people become alcoholics because they didn't say no? Or that they still don't say no? How many people get in all sorts of trouble, get robbed because they won't say no? How many people have been killed in car accidents because instead of saying no when their drunk buddy asks them if they wanted a ride, they end up riding with them so they don't look like the dork? You see what I'm saying? You must be able to say no to things that you should say no to that could endanger your life, which brings me to the point I mentioned a few minutes ago. I will explain why I thought about this and why I think it's important that people be able to say no. I often wonder, mostly with celebrities or athletes, I'm going to word it that way. Before I say this, I am not saying it does not happen. Please understand that. And I will explain, for those of you that have never heard me talk about rape, that is one of the most vile, disgusting things you can do to another human being. To force yourself upon another human being, to force yourself inside of another human being I think, in my opinion, warrants the death penalty. Period. No appeals, no second chance, the death penalty. And I'm looking into the camera this way so that you know I am dead serious when it comes to that. That's how much I'm against it, how I feel about that. Which brings me back to how many times has someone been afraid to say no, had what the other person thinks is consensual sex, only to find out that this person who did not say no didn't want to have sex. Again, I am not in any way justifying anyone being raped. Because in my younger days, it doesn't matter, or didn't matter, if we were at the point of entry. If she said no or acted hesitant, it stopped. Right now, stopped. I would never have anyone accuse me of that. Nor would I want anyone to think or feel that I had done that to them. So again, I stress, I think anyone who rapes another human being, which includes college guys that do girls that are passed out, that's rape. She didn't consent to that. She passed out. And she passed out right as y'all were about to start. If it was just you and her in the bed, that's no, dude. If you rape another person, I feel you should be put to death. That's just my feelings on it, regardless of what any of you think about it. And the only reason I went here to this is you must be able to say no. I've seen people get in such sketchy situations. And since I was always the cool guy and, my friends looked up to, if I saw somebody, and we're at a party and we're doing dope or whatever, and if I saw somebody feeling uncomfortable, especially when someone's going, hey, you want a beer? Or you want to hit this? Or you want to do a line? I'd step in and tell them it's okay to say no. Don't. If you don't want to do this, don't. I did. I wanted to. But I'm not afraid to say no about anything. If you ask me, more often than not, if you ask me if I want to come help you pick up dog shit on a Saturday, yeah, why not? But if I had something else to do, pre-planned, the answer is no. A lot of people think when they ask me if I want to do something, I say I have to check with my wife first. It's not that I'm whipped and I have to ask my wife. I have so much shit in here that I forget a lot of times what I plan to do, what I'm supposed to be doing. So instead of double booking, I ask her. Nowadays I put it in my phone, so more often than not I can look at my phone and see what I have to do. I actually put it in the calendar, create an event, and I get an alarm. Like, I know my Netflix bill's due tomorrow because I got the notification today. But no is such an important thing to be able to say and to be confident, because that's another thing. Saying no, but kind of sounding like, I'm on the fence, it might be yes, that can get you into trouble too. No needs to be firm. No misconceptions about what your no means. Teach your children from an early age it's okay to say no. Now, if they tell you no, they ain't going to bed, or no, I'm not going to eat, or no, I'm not going to school, well, watch the last video about corporal punishment. We'll get through that. But they need to know it's okay to say no. No, I'm not getting in your car. No, I don't want your candy. No this. Don't touch me there. Don't. No. No matter how scared they are, they need to say no and scream it so that other people hear. I get really emotional about that because another thing that I think should be instant death penalty is people who harm children. be it molesting them or abusing them. It breaks my heart, and I have to pause right now because it really does work me up, and I'm not one of those guys that, did you see the butterfly land on the puppy's nose? I'm not one of those people. But it disgusts me to imagine someone doing something to a child that's afraid to say no. Saying no is not necessarily going to stop it from happening. But scream it as loud as you can. Don't, because a lot of times you see shit where they slowly work you into oh my God, I'm painted into the corner. You need to say no from the start. Your children need to know it's okay to say no. Those of you grown-ups, I know plenty of grown-ups that have a hard time saying no. Because they were raised with whatever values that they think saying no is wrong. It's okay to say no. A lot of people say no to my videos. A lot of my friends say no to my videos. They won't watch them. They think I'm funny, or they want to know my opinion. They'll ask me away from here. Or those people who are afraid of somebody giving them a little shit because they think differently than they do. I get a lot of messages, emails, texts, messages on social media from people who watch my videos and they agree with some of the stuff I say, but they don't want to say it in public because, man, how do you say that? Because I'm genuine. I'm going to tell you what I think, how I feel about things, and I don't care if you like it or not. You don't care if I like things about you, with the exception, see how this all ties together? With the exception of those people who are pre-programmed to please other people and are afraid to say no. All of this thing, everything I've talked about in this entire video ties back to the ability to say no. It's such an important thing. And I'm addressing this because some conversations that I've had recently with some people. I had a friend in the 80s used to babysit this girl, and he had babysitted her since she was really young, and I think her parents were gone for the weekend. She was, I think, 16, 17, right around that age. And she wanted to go do something, and he wouldn't let her. Your parents said you couldn't stay out, all this kind of stuff. When they came back, she said that he had molested her. He did 2 years in prison, and she finally told her parents, I made that up, I was just pissed off at him. So he lost 2 years of his life, was a registered sex offender. I would guess they take that off. I never saw him after he told me this. I saw him once or twice, maybe. After he first got out of prison, he told me the story, because I was like, when I saw him, I was like, hey, where you been? He didn't want to tell me. But I also feel if somebody does that, if they falsely accuse someone of raping or molesting them, when the truth comes out, you should finish off that sentence. Or maybe your own new, longer one. You know, you lied and you messed up someone's life. So when we were talking about that, someone had told me a story about their childhood, and something happened, but they were telling me how scared they were, and that they didn't say no. So that's why I felt I needed to do this video today. Am I going to change the world? No. Do I want to make people think? Yeah. I don't want to make you think like me. I don't want you to think what I think. All I try to do in my videos is make you think. I'm not telling you, when I say you need to do this or you should do this, that's my opinion. I'm not living your life. I'm not in your life at all, other than the videos. But you know, you watch the news all the time and you see all these horrific stories. They don't tell anything happy or positive or really anything worth hearing. So if I can just make people think on their own, regardless if it's what I think is right, if it's right for you, as long as you're not harming another human being, which I know sounds kind of ironic since I fully support the death penalty. I mean, as far as you as an individual unnecessarily hurting someone. So, that's it. Let me know what you think. If you don't like this video, comment no below. I appreciate you hanging out. Hope you have a great day. If you have not hit that subscribe button, by all means, please do. Click that bell so you know every time I post a new video. Have a great day. Make someone laugh. I am Bob Sixx.